It seems like Adin Ross and Drake are in big fucking trouble, and maybe, just maybe, Stake will finally get what is coming to them after all of this, like, disgusting stuff that they have done. Drake and Adin Ross have been hit with a RICO lawsuit that could spell big trouble for Stake and their parent company, Sweepstakes Limited, because they are also named as defendants in this suit. This is also the third lawsuit. I consider myself a lesbian supremacist. Thank you.
A punish at Foxo just gave to the cult of lesbian supremacy. But you didn't say how she has the best music taste.
Thank you. Thank you for your tithings. Thank you to the lesbian supremacist cult. Oh, wait, I got to put this on first. Great. Okay, so Drake and Adin Ross are being sued. This is a Virginia RICO lawsuit. And like I said, this is the third one that they have been hit with in the last 3 months. We will talk about all of them. They are all related to Stake and illegal gambling, but this one specifically is really fucked up. If you don't know what RICO is, it's RICO. It is the Racketeer Influenced and Corruption Organizations Act. It's basically a, what would the word be? Let me see. It's a federal law that has been used in the past to go after organized crime, racketeering mostly, basically like serious fraud and other related charges. So yeah, it's been used a lot against organized crime, the mafia. You can see some of like the famous, oops, that's still there. There we go. Some of the famous cases here, the Cowboy Mafia, Hell's Angels, the Key West Police Department, the Order, ooh, a terrorist group, Iran-Contra, the Gambino crime family, the LAPD. A lot of people have been hit with RICO charges. A lot of these, though, are, I believe, like federal, these are like federal criminal cases, not lawsuits. The Trump University, and then also Trump again here. This was for the Georgia election racketeering. So it's a very specific set of charges, and you're in deep shit if you get hit with them criminally. But this is related to lawsuits, which I have never seen. I'm not a legal person, right? I've only heard about it in a criminal sense. So here are the charges out of Virginia this week. Again, all alleged. They were filed on New Year's Eve in Virginia on behalf of 2 Virginia residents and all Stake users. So this is a class action lawsuit. And the suit alleges serious fraud. It's alleging that Drake and Adin Ross and a third person, George Wynn, hid their money movements by using the site's user-to-user tipping feature. So they were moving tons of money around, allegedly, with the tipping feature that has like no guardrails on it. The lawsuit describes the tipping feature as
always hotter than Nick. That's right.
Welcome. Describes the lawsuit as an unlimited and wholly regulated money transmitter that appears to exist outside the oversight of any financial regulator. There's a lot of moving money from like standard money to crypto and back, and it appears there is no regulation on it. So this specific suit alleges that they use this tipping system to help Drake hide payments to bots and streaming farms to artificially inflate play counts of his music across major platforms like Spotify. Obviously, this was in order to make his songs look like they were more popular than they were, and also to move him up charts that he had no business moving up on. As we know, Drake is a brand ambassador for Stake. He signed a deal in 2022, reportedly worth at least 100 million bones. So he is in deep. He is in deep with Stake. And like I said, this is the third stake-related gambling suit. The other two are just about promoting illegal gambling. This is the only one that is about moving tons of money around and using that money to commit other crimes, like fraud, with these bot farms and what do they call it? Bot farms and streaming farms, which I had never heard of, but I guess it's just, they pay these farms to stream your music. Okay, so the other two cases were both filed in October. Again, this is Drake and Adin Ross being sued. So they're now being sued by 3 states: Virginia, Missouri, and New Mexico. Virginia is where the racketeering charges are, or the lawsuit is. October 27th in Missouri, they were sued for promoting an illegal online gambling operation, because online gambling is not legal in Missouri, but Stake has allegedly billed their stake.us domain as a game, and they seem to be making it look like real gambling isn't happening, that it's all play money, but it's not, allegedly. And they've done this in order to circumvent state gambling regulations. So there's stake.com, and then they did like a clone of that with stake.us. And for some reason, stake.us has been able to evade the online gambling bans that exist in these states. Basically, the same thing is also happening in New Mexico, where they were hit with a lawsuit only 2 days later, October 29th. So this is a RICO lawsuit, like I said, but it could lead to actual criminal charges depending on what is found during discovery, if there's a trial or whatever else comes out. So I was watching a video with a defense attorney who was talking about this. And so I wanted to share his perspectives because I'm a dumb bitch and I don't know anything about the law. But here's what he says about the possibility of this RICO lawsuit leading to criminal charges for not just Drake and Adin Ross, but also for Stake in general.
Thank you so much.
This is, what's his name? Mauricio Padilla is the lawyer here.
Before we even go into the suit, aren't they essentially alleging a crime here? I mean, after reading a lawsuit like this, it wouldn't be the first time that you have a lawsuit that begins or maybe initiates a criminal investigation. But is that what they're alleging here, a crime? Could investigators begin to look into this?
Right. So because it's civil, it's about money, right? There would be like a payout, a settlement of some kind. It's like when OJ wasn't convicted of murdering his wife, but then they sued him in civil court. So right now this is the civil court, but it works both ways. And this lawyer is going to tell us that, yeah, it can become a criminal case.
Multiple crimes, and crimes including the online casino and their behavior towards their membership, their behavior towards the pool of people that they're advertising to, in addition to possible crimes involving Drake and the online casino, because I hear allegations that not only is this they're accusing the online casino of malfeasance when it comes to dealing with their own target audience regarding advertising, but when they're
the suit is about the way they advertise in these states where gambling is illegal. And then on top of that, there's the RICO racketeering shit about Drake funneling money from Stake like a fucking pathetic loser into these streaming farms to inflate his numbers. What a fucking loser. Kendrick's getting another W here.
They're alleging that Drake used the online casino for help in misdirecting views or trying to artificially amplify his music or the viewership of his music to make it look like more people are listening to it than it will. And I think that's obviously a crime.
And to be clear,
obviously a crime. So this could get criminal. The federal government could pursue this as a criminal RICO case.
these are just allegations, right?
Right.
One thing can be alleged at a civil arena doesn't mean that it would precipitate a criminal investigation. But
Well,
RICO,
yes.
I mean, to sue under RICO for something like this, is that unusual? Because this isn't just about deceptive practices or misleading advertising or just consumer losses. They're alleging a criminal enterprise, essentially. How strange is it, or how often do you see someone
like
filing
shit.
a lawsuit under the RICO law?
Honestly, I don't see it that often. I don't think it's something that's used that often. However,
Dude looks like he's straight out of Miami Vice. He must live in Miami. With that like nice crisp white shirt underneath the suit jacket and the shades inside.
what, in this particular instance, I think it may be appropriate considering the allegations. They're alleging, things that do spill over into the criminal arena. And I think that what is not new is when you see a civil litigation outline the crimes that were committed by the tortfeasors or by the defendants, because that's part of the job of the lawyer. I'm suing you for money in civil court, but I'm letting you know that I know the criminal
crimes.
behavior that you were engaged in. That's not extortion. I'm not extorting you. I'm not saying that I am not going to call the cops if you don't pay me money. I'm just letting you know that I'm suing you for malfeasance, for torts that you may have committed, for egregious behavior that you're engaged in. And I'm also letting you know, highlighting the fact that it is illegal.
Right.
So that
Yeah, and so you might be extra fucked when they get hold of it. So yeah, it seems like Adin Ross and Drake are in big fucking trouble, and maybe, just maybe, Stake will finally. I feel like we need to put this on the bingo chart. That Stake will finally get what is coming to them after all of this like disgusting stuff that they have done to promote really, really gross gambling to children, right? So I was happy to see that, and I guess we will have to stay tuned to see what comes of it.